Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to the continuation of our preview, our pre-release preview for Tropico 5. In the last video, we played through the colonial era, and we kind of pressed our luck by trying to declare independence through a militaristic mean, and apparently we got squooshed. Now, I have gone back and played through that mission. I was going to continue from there, thinking that it would dump us into the World Wars era, but it seems that the campaign, at that point, actually jumps you into a different mission on a different island, still in the colonial era. So what we're going to do, instead of continuing the campaign, since I do want to show off the World War stage, which is the second stage, we're going to go into the sandbox instead. I'm going to continue one of my dynasties here, the Quilez dynasty, and we're going to take a look at the sandbox mode and also start in the World War era. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you can start in later times. So if you want that sort of classic Tropico 1/3/4 experience, I think the right thing to do would be to start in the Cold War era, just because thematically that's where the old game started. But again, with this preview, I can't currently show you the Cold War or modern times. Come back after May 22nd, and we will be able to show off these later eras. But we're going to go ahead and start in World Wars. We're going to take a look at what islands have been built in. Well, there's 2 pages worth of it. And actually, there's quite a bit of little variety. Legend of Cortez's gold led to so much visits and shoveling that this island is good for both agriculture and tourism. So no mining there. I would like to do a little bit of mining, actually. Most desired in the Caribbean, probably good for tourism. Punta de America. Volcano Rock Island astounds everyone with its irregular shape. Hoyos de Dios. So the Eye of God, I guess. What's on the front? Generated map. Oh, they'll do procedurally generated as well. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting. Wow, there's going to be a lot of replayability options here. Welcoming island. Vegetation, plenty of space. You know what? We're going to go ahead and jump onto Bao Bao, because my little glance at this showed me that there seems to be a lot of mining opportunities, and the fact that it's so arid implies to me that there's probably less farming. Although, I was going to say, but, you know, there might be a lot of people playing this video because it's one of the other starting places. Twin Celebrations. Largest island. Now we'll go to Bao Bao. Okay, that'll be fine. Starting population 50. What kind of options we've got? Quite a bit. You could start with a pretty big town if you want to get started really quickly. Starting money, only 5,000 buckaroos. You know, in the interest of the video, we're going to start with 10,000 just to speed things up a little bit more. We'll leave all the options as is here. Victory by points. All right. Now we'll just go until, you know, kind of get sick of it. Actually, we're going to go until we end the era. Oh, you can also end by having a certain amount of money or building something big. Oh, that's actually really interesting to have a few different victory conditions there. We're going to go ahead and start the game like this. We're going to try to do a little bit of mining, and we're going to just try to experience the World War era outside of a campaign, actually, which will be really interesting to see, because the campaign, you know, can sort of only play through once. One thing that'll be really interesting is how much replayability do you have in a scenario where there's not a campaign sort of pushing a story along. We'll see how that goes. So we do have to set up a constitution. So at the end of the last video, assuming that I successfully won my independence, one of the things...
Lonely souls out there.
Hello.
This is Lulu.
Hi,
your
Lulu.
radio host at the Jolly Roger Bar and Radio.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for the best Tropico can offer. Or even better, come and join me for a drink on the beach.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, but I gotta be presidenting right now. So yeah, you can set up your constitution. So choose who's got the right to votes. Males only. Fewer voters, based on chauvinistic gender discrimination. Wealthy citizens only. So again, very few voters, and now it's based on wealth. And all citizens can vote. More voters, based on crazy liberal ideas. And, you know, depending on what we do, it sort of implies sort of kind of what we're going to want to suck up to. You know what, I'm going to just try to mix it up a little bit, because classically in Tropico, everyone can vote. So I'm going to try to choose one of the more limited ones, and specifically, I'm going to try to suck up to the wealthy citizens. We're going to play a capitalist haven, perhaps. Religion and state, we can do a theocracy. Religious buildings lower crime. Well, that's actually quite handy. Christianity, the official religion of the state, and the Holy Bible commands the actions of the legitimate ruling body of the state. May God watch over El Presidente and the nation, but mostly El Presidente, because I'm the most important. So the secular state will increase liberty, happiness. Freedom of religious worship and atheist expression is to be respected and observed by the institutions of the state. This article of the Constitution is issued to affect all, but not limited to, citizens or persons who are legally visiting the country. We can also go with an atheist state, which gets a 10% research boost, I guess because no one's spending any time in church, so they got nothing to do but to go to the library. How boring. Or maybe the pub. And less religious citizens appear in Tropico, which I guess means less demand for churches too, which sounds awfully convenient. We're going to go for a generic secular state. More liberty, so we'll have to please sort of everyone a little bit, but that's all right. And, oh, yes, our armed forces policy. Militia versus conscription versus professional army. So, both professional army and the militia require high school soldiers, although the militia will give you free militia squads when there's a battle. That's kind of handy. Conscription means no educational requirements whatsoever. But, you know, the professional army is the most effective one. And I tend to like a smaller, just more effective army. I don't tend to go crazy building a lot of military buildings, which, of course, potentially why we failed that last time. So I'm going to go with professional army just to change that up. So there we go. That is our Constitution. We'll put our seal on there. And I think you can change it. Oh, you can amend this, the Constitution every 5 years. 60 months. So that's fine there. And we've got no employees in the palace. I guess we don't have anyone educated. But that's all right.
Presidente, next time you amend our constitution, could you please add in a bit where everyone is obliged to spend at least half their salary at the Jolly Roger?
Anything
for
you,
Lulu.
Lulu.
Progressive law if ever there was one. Thank you in advance, glorious ruler.
All right, so let's see what our island started with. We've got the dock, another Teamster's office, the construction's office, county houses and some shacks, one corn plantation, and our palace there. But there's also cars. Well, not cars, just a few trucks. This might actually just be for Teamsters. Yeah, Teamster here. I'm betting the regular people don't have any vehicles. It's only the Teamsters that do. So we've got a mine over here. It's an iron deposit, apparently. So we're going to go ahead and plug into that right away. And we're going to try to make some money with mining. Let's go and do that and hit R for our road hotkey. And you know what I want to do? I want to put a road, oops, kind of like this to get that connected. And we're going to stretch you out. Let me grab this and make it a little bit longer that way. We also got some paved roads now. There we go. Good. I'm happy with that. I'll put a Zente over there. We got some birds flapping around. That's actually kind of cool. Look at that. And a buzzard right over the palace. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that idea. Oh well. Let's see what kind of plantation, what kind of farming we can do. Like, what kind of cash crops. We can do cocoa. Potentially could do some coffee. We don't have a whole lot of room where we are now, though. It's going to be a little bit tight. I think another farm would be a good idea, though, just to help kickstart our economy. Let's go ahead and extend the road. You know, we'll just surround the palace with a road. Exactly like that. What I'm going to have to do is just extend this road like that. That way it'll make a nice sharp corner. Good. And just stretch out this road here. And yeah, what was I looking at? Cotton, pineapples, sugar, tobacco. Everything can kind of be there. I wonder what kind of industries we can unlock in the World War era. So, lumber mill, textile mill, so we can make clothing from either wool or cotton.
Our healthcare has become so bad that I now declare us finally free of the harmful influence of modern medicine. No more
I don't think that's good.
inoculations, no more tracking chips in our dental fillings, no more physician's oath keeping the cute doctors from dating you. Who cares about healthcare?
Right. Okay, we're going to have to do something about that soon. So, all right, we've got the lumber mill, which is available in the colonial era. We've got textile mills available now. Cannery, we need electricity to be able to build that, but it's not region or research locked right now. We need steel technology to do the steel mill, and then everything else will come a little bit later. So the question is, oh, we can build tenements, good. The question is, how do we get some infrastructure maybe? Power plant? Okay, so we can research electricity to unlock the power plant, which will allow us to build canneries. That cans, I don't know what. Pineapple, you could just do what? Canned fish? No, I don't know if you can fish. Maybe. Coffee, pineapple, I think was also an option. We'll have to take a look. But certainly textile mills. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and start with our cotton plantations because we can turn that into something. Assuming we can get a few educated folks in here. These are not the greenest areas ever, but we'll be all right. I'm going to plop down a couple of them. And we've got a fair amount of trees where we are now, too. So I'm going to go ahead, even though it's a little bit early, and I might be overworking my construction people. But we're going to get them to queue that up as well. We're going to prioritize the iron mine, though. Try to get that done. Hopefully we can work this with uneducated people. And I'm sure we can. We used to be able to do that in Classic Tropico. So, hey, what could possibly go wrong? I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll have to build up maybe a little bit more of a military this time. And I can't explore. Oh, I need some extra staff over here before we can do that. Because I would like to explore a little bit more territory, especially along these hills. Maybe we can find another mine. I'm not sure. Oh, we actually have access to another iron deposit over here. So yeah, we should be able to get some money flowing relatively quickly.
Growing less and less fond of our beloved Presidente.
What?
If you trust and love me, you have to love El Presidente too. Okay, Mr. Secret Agent, I've read it. Now will you point that gun somewhere else and give me a kiss?
Oh God, got another one of those.
We have a perfect business opportunity. We can make a huge profit off the misfortune of others. I love this stuff.
Veronica, you're such a meanie. Both the Allies and Axis are in dire need of supplies. This means we can sell at a huge profit, and they can't say no. Export 500 sugar. If we accept it, the respective offer from Allies will be cancelled. And... oh, there was a pair of them. Hang on. Just close this.
We have a perfect business
Okay,
opportunity.
so we can accept one to do
make
canned
a
goods and
huge
suck up to the
profit
Allies,
off
or we can
We have
accept
a
the one
perfect business
for
opportunity.
sugar for the Axis. Well, the sugar will be a heck of a lot easier to get started with. And as far as I know, the Axis people are fine, right? There's nothing wrong with them. Let's take a look at our global politics. So, in the last scenario, in the colonial era, we had to deal with the crown only. But now we've got two sides, the Allies and the Axis. Looks like the Axis will actually slightly like us better because of our constitutional stand. That's interesting. The Allies don't like us because we don't have conscription. Well, it looks like we're already going to have an advantage with the Axis, so we may as well suck up to them, plus the sugar will be easier.
We have a perfect business.
Sure.
Now we have them right where we want them. Time for a little gouging. I really should see about getting myself a villainous laugh.
How much should we raise the prices? Well, the higher we raise it, the more capitalists will like us. The Axis won't like us tons by doing this, but, you know, overall we should be building a relationship. Heck, let's raise it as much as possible, and let's get down... actually, if I flip over to here and go to sugar, this is a pretty good sugar area. So you know what? I'm going to change the crops. Instead of cotton, we're going to go straight into sugar. Bam. So we can complete that quest. I like it. We'll still be able to make money. Since we don't have an educational system in place yet, so presumably we'll be able to build high schools this time. Good. We probably couldn't build an industry. Usually in Tropico, the industrial buildings require high school educated workers, so I assume that'll be the same at the textile mill. So we'll just wait on that. Got our iron mine done. We've got, illiterate workers working in the mine. We will need a few more people. So what else can we build right now that has been added? Cigar factory. Nice. Rum distillery. We just don't have the money for it, but we can technically build it as is. We can do the jewelry workshop if we research shiny. And the rest we'll have to wait until later. So we'll probably put down some tenements soon. I like how you can build these, like, quote-unquote ancient ruins. Must be placed in the deposit. Oh, okay. On a mineral deposit? Or I did see that thing on the map. Well, we're going to find out soon enough. And yeah, there's still not going to be any tourism at this stage of the game. Clinics and all that. Police station. Okay. Oh yeah, we can build a clinic. And our people are pretty unhealthy right now. I wonder if there's an edict as well. Because we have unlocked some new edicts. So let's go and take a look at that. Sovereign debt. Manage the sovereign debt of Tropico by issuing and buying back bonds. Borrowed money will accrue interest. Ooh, that's definitely new. They didn't have that in previous versions of Tropico. You could print money, which was really bad. Got prohibition. Oh, who wants to do that? Does increase our efficiency of all our production buildings, but increases crime. Amnesty doesn't matter for us. Paid healthcare. Oh, right now healthcare would be free, but we could enact this, and then people would have to pay for it. Can smear campaign. Oh, to a target faction. That might be handy. Early elections will never run that. Don't be silly. Agricultural subsidies. Oh, that might be manageable. Global Research Initiative. We'll need an embassy for that. Industrialization. Decrease the cost of all factories by 50% for the next 2 years. So that's really expensive. You'd have to enact this and then plop down a lot of factories all at once. Social security, literacy, and mortgage subsidies. We'd need socialism for all three of those. I still wanted to look for something, though. Right, stuff like the embassies. White flag technology, compass technology. And, wait, what was Lighthouse? Additional trade offers. Actually, speaking of trade offers, is there anything relevant to us? Can we get a special sugar one? No, apparently not. We can get a thing to export bananas. Food, other. Oh, sugar. No, that's importing sugar. We don't want that. These are all imports. Export jewelry. Well, we'll have to come back to that. We'll see you later, guys. So, oh, yeah, so we had the embassy. I was wondering if they had an immigration office, but I don't see one. Not at a glance. I may have missed it. How much is the tenement? Probably want one of those pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and build a tenement right now, just to get our housing quality up a little bit higher. Yeah, we'll build it right over here. We still have plenty of things in the construction queue. It's interesting that we've got cranes now. I don't believe we had cranes during the colonial scenario. So we really are potentially overspending a little bit, and especially since we don't have the work staff to work everything. Almost, there's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and speed things up so I stop spending so much money. But we do have, you know, a few goods piling up, a little bit of expected revenues. Our costs are not going to be that bad either. Hopefully the next ship brings a lot of new immigrants, though, because we really do need a lot of extra workers. Our people are not terribly happy, which does, I think, affect the immigration rates a little bit, or certainly the emigration rates where people leave the island. And our research thing here. So we do have apparently all of the older things already researched. Legalese. Oh, more constitution options. Political rights, labor policies, and citizenships. Interesting. Also the white flag, which gives us the embassy and the praise action. And power plants. You know what? We'll, whenever we get a library up, we'll start researching legalese and then white flag and see how it goes from there. Because I'm curious to see what the new constitution options are. May as well take a look at that. I think that that's a pretty interesting part of the game. So this is going to be sugar. Yeah, only one person. Do we have any managers kicking around? We do, actually. Work quality. Effectiveness on maximum budget increased by 10. That's only on the maximum budget. You know what? Let's just go union leader here for now. And over in the mine, we'll grab a magnate. There. So mining building increases effectiveness. And once one of these buildings gets maxed out, in terms of workers, then maybe we'll put in the tycoon and give them full budget at that point. All right, so we sold a few goods. We've got some positive cash going on. Allies sent me some money. Wonderful. Very good. So we still only have 50 people, though. We'll have to build a clinic and get maybe some obstetrics going on. I don't know if they have that in this version of the game. Let's find out. I'm going to need to recruit some educated people, though. We're going to put it right in this corner here. Let's see how it goes. Logging camp. I can still invite foreign workers, really? Control left click? Even uneducated ones? Doesn't even tell me how much it costs, though. Oh, there we go. 100, 125. Yeah, we'll get a handful in here anyway. It's going to be worthwhile. And here, 1,500. I'm going to go ahead and spend it for one college-educated foreign worker, so our clinic will actually be operational. It might not be a bad investment to just keep, like, specifically recruiting more people for these mines and things like that, just to get the economy going. There we go. So we got the 4 imported workers and 22 actual citizens just hit Tropico. That's exactly what I was looking for. So now, if we take a look at the almanac, we have 1 unemployed. We still have 15 open jobs, so we could still certainly use a lot more. What were that stats? Balance. Oh. Yeah, I like these graphs, actually, that move around. And the happiness is certainly quite poor. The healthcare should hopefully tick up a little bit very shortly. And we should probably put down a pub as well, since everyone is really miserable. So let's go ahead and give them a tavern. I don't think I'm going to rush out a restaurant, but a tavern, certainly. Most people can eat at home here. I think they will go to the restaurant on occasion anyway. And certainly if we get some wealthier people. I suppose all the people in the tenements can't live there. Or can't can't feed themselves from that, so they're going to have to go and get corn from the farms. Actually, what we'll probably want to do is get down a grocery, which was under... Yeah, here we go. So food, I believe, will accumulate here from the farms. Where do I want to put it? Like right next to the tenement here might be a good idea, but am I going to expand housing much over here? I might actually, so there we go. We'll do that. I mean, I still don't have quite enough people, but the grocery I think will be pretty helpful. Now, the question is, we are doing the logging. Do I want to build a lumber mill right away? Do I have enough educated people for that? Maybe not. Do I want to rush out a high school? I don't have a lot of cash. I'm going to wait a little bit. Especially while we wait for our workforce to go up. At minus $5, but that's actually pretty good for me. Usually I'm thousands of dollars in debt. Upgrades. Personal Death Squad! Replaces the elite infantry in the palace with commandos. That is very cool. Allies just sent me some more money. Thank you very much, allies. Now we're going to try to avoid taking off any one side too much. Certainly don't want to be invaded. 23 more citizens. Good. We've got our grocery going. They need high school educations, but apparently they're willing to do that. So now we've got... Yeah, good. Okay, this sugar... No, this is cotton. Did I not switch you to sugar? Did I not hit that button right? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Change crop. Sugar. Oh, and then I gotta hit that. Oh, darn. Hang on. Sugar. Change crop. This building here, we're gonna go for maximum budget and give you the tycoon. Hire you. And over here, we're gonna go ahead and apply a union leader. Lupe Quiles. Boom. All right. What can we do for upgrades at our sugar plantations? Fiber fertilization increases the effectiveness of all of the nearby plantations and hydroponic farms by 10. I feel like that's probably a good investment. So that's been hit. I should have double checked what everyone's effectiveness was. Getting plus 40 from location here. Good. So it's got quite a bit of a reach. I wonder if those stack. This corn plantation can do selective breeding. Effectiveness increases each month after this upgrade is built until it hits a maximum of 100. Seems like a really good idea. I won't need extra workers, and it's going to have, like, basically doubling its effectiveness after a certain amount of time. Seems like a good early investment. There we go. We're exporting some goods, making huge amounts of cash. And our employment stats? Perfectly balanced. So... assuming we're going to get some more citizens soon, we can keep expanding our economy. Certainly, it seems like it would be a good idea to get ourselves another mine right over here with the iron. And we're going to go and hook up a road. We'll go sort of... Actually, let me build this road first. And then this one can connect there. Lovely. Now, what building is it suggesting? Tobacco plantation, maybe. Oh, I can actually do some exploration here, which seems like a good idea. So as the explorers walk, they do expose this sort of fog of war a little bit, but wherever they end up, they also do a massive chunk of it at the same time. I'm going to go and do it up here, so hopefully we'll expose maybe a couple more mines. It'd be nice if we got something other than, here you go, there are my troops. It'd be nice if we get something other than iron. Maybe some gold?
Mr. President, the world has changed. We need to create a dystopian future where everything is bleak. Words like that will be a real hit in the future.
It's true. For that, we'll need industry, preferably the more polluting kind. Also, we would need more than one, as otherwise it would be impossible to form an evil corporation. Veronica, I'm really starting to like you quite a bit. 2 different industries, and then that will unlock the steel mill technology. So, right now... we have the ability, where's my industries, to do the lumber mill, and that's it. Oh no, we can also build the textile mill. Okay, so we can do those two. It doesn't seem, there's no reason for us to research steel ourselves, because hopefully we'll get it for free. I'm going to go ahead and plop down a lumber mill now. We're going to see if we've got the workers for it. I suppose I could be checking out the stats in the almanac. There we are. Get that going. Almanac. My people. We have... I'm not seeing Education stats. I'm probably just missing it. People. Oh! Okay, mostly literate. Oh, we've got a fair amount of grade school, some high school. Not tons. Surprised there's not a better way to see the education level. I like how the Swiss bank account really does keep going between all of your games, just based on your dynasty. I'll probably drop the speed in a second here. We're still negative, so I certainly want to avoid spending any money.
Presidente,
What?
Tropicans await elections next
What?
year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
All right, so right now we've got 69% of the support of the people, so it certainly seems like a good idea to throw an election now. Well, not throw the election, but have an election. So we're going to say yes. Oh, we have to choose who will run. Well, I don't think we're going to have a union leader run our capitalist game. Also, he's actually pretty handy running that plantation because he gives a pretty decent bonus there. Whereas the altruist just gives you bonus of starting money, so we may as well keep Aldo as the Presidente. So right now, oh, and we can click on our opponents. Let's go and do that. Classic Tropico stuff. So we got Renato Ricardo. He is 33. He's a teamster. He's well off. And mostly unhappy about the religious stuff. Policemen everywhere. No, there are not.
Cash flow has increased. My books on psychology say I should offer you a reward so you'll start making smarter choices.
So we completed our sugar shipments. So we can get 5 high school educated workers, which is really good for populating our industry buildings. Or we can make our industry buildings cheaper. Or we can get 2,500 bucks in our Swiss bank account. I think I'm really leaning towards these two here. 4 years. Well, we are going to want to build that textile mill, and then it'll unlock the steel technologies, and we'll definitely want to build the steel mill because we have so much iron. All right, I'm going to go and do that. What's this quest?
Show the other world leaders who is the best Presidente. Let us wave something in their faces, something big and impressive.
That's suggestive. Once you've built one police station, no one will be able to question your rule. All right, it'll make the militarists happy as well. Yeah, quite a bit. Okay, I will accept that. We will try to do that as soon as we can. I'd like enough cash to be able to build a little bit more industry at some point, but as you can see, they're pushing back the fog of war here, and then they'll give a nice pop. We've got a coal deposit. I wonder if that's just what the coal deposits look like. I don't know if like there was a unique look or not. Oh, there was, because there was sort of this rust-colored stuff here, right? There's your iron. Okay. More exports. More coal. And I can take these people and tell them to explore a bit more. We're going to go over here and check out these ruins. Right around there. Alright, still enough money for another industry though, but there we go. Lumber mill, I think, is just about finishing. Come on, workers. There we are.
Competition time! We've just had a new entry in our most annoying sound in Tropico tournament from the newly constructed lumber mill. As you know, I'm the reigning champion with this sound. Try to top that, lumber mill.
Oh, that's fantastic. I don't know why I found that so funny, but... I love the humor in this game. It's maybe not the most sophisticated thing ever, but it makes me chuckle. Actually, it makes me kind of giggle. I know I'm spending a lot of money on roads right now, but they're making me feel good. Alright, we've got a lot of shacks. We could probably use some more tenements. I really do want to get the industry going, but I've certainly learned the lesson in the past that you don't want to make your people too unhappy, or you are, well, you're going to have some problems. So I'll go ahead and get another tenement down there. I mean, the tenements aren't particularly fancy. This is cheap housing, but it's better than the shack. Plus, we technically make a little bit of money out of it, too, so that's nice. I'm not going to rush the police station. Hopefully, crime's not going to be too much of a major problem. We'll wait for our income to go up. We can take a look maybe at if there's any more relevant trade deals. These are all imports. Yeah. Tobacco, sugar. Oh, yeah, we're making lots of sugar. So we'll probably take that. We could export coal, but we're not mining that yet. Steel. Nope. Okay. We will take the sugar export to allies, or to the Axis, so the Axis will like us. The allies won't like us quite as much. Deal with it. We might want to build some more docks just to get some more trade ships at some point, actually. And take more of those lucrative deals. Alright, you guys keep doing the exploration over there. I should probably stop spending money on the exploration. Sugar. We've got a lot of it, too. Good. Get a nice premium going that way. We lost a little bit of our support, which is unfortunate. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? There's no election speeches. That was one of my favorite parts of Tropico 4. What the heck? I mean, it wasn't terribly important. It was mostly just fluff, but I always liked the speeches that El Presidente gave. Because they're always the same, you know. Oh, especially in these harsh economic times. Well, when have you never heard that? Or when have you not heard that in an election? How do I remove the road? Oh, there we go. Alright, that was weird. Didn't like that bit. Now I'm just going to build all along this strip of road here. Didn't need the continuation of anything. Yeah, so Renato is going up. People are becoming progressively slightly less happy. Probably because there's still a shortage of, say, religion. There's a little bit of entertainment. Oh, that's the shack. We got our tavern there. Bunch of workers. Capped out on visitors, actually. So it's being heavily used. We might want to get another one. We actually might want to put down a restaurant. Just to give things a little bit of variety. But I think what we're going to have to do is get a mission going first. Just to give the religious people a little bit of happiness that way. 64% approval rating isn't bad, though. I mean, we're still going to win. We should still win. Exploration is done over there. They're going to return to base, which is fine. Although the fact that there's a bit of a fog of war in between kind of sucks. But they're mostly going to pop that. Ancient ruins. Construct... Okay, so you construct the Ancient Ruins luxury entertainment building on top of this. Alright, I guess that's reasonable. The iron mine, good. What kind of upgrades can we do? Heavy crusher. Reduces job quality, but increases effectiveness. Well, we don't really have the money for it now, and I really want to save up for another industry, so I don't want to rush that. Lumber mill is undergo. It's got lots of planks waiting in the output. We might end up needing another Teamster's office just to keep shipping things around, but not quite yet. That's bauxite. No, they all do look kind of samey. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's dark here for coal and... Still, quite clearly a mine, so we got that. There's not another one over here, is there? No. More here, though. Wow, there's a lot of mining to be done on this island. Now, I know that they do wear out at some point. So you can see the amount left over here. So eventually the mines will run out, which is the same as it used to be in Tropico, but I think it's a lot clearer now. I kind of like the idea of building the mines into the mountainsides as well, as opposed to just plopping them onto the surface, because it always felt a little bit awkward to do before. Alright, some more money output there. So we really are... I can build the textile mill now. It'll put me in the negatives. Oh, and I don't actually have the cotton happening yet. So we're going to have to get that going on. Now, we're running out of green... Oh, we can grow cotton over here just fine. I'm going to go ahead and leave a bit of a gap in here so I can build a road. Put down another one. Yeah, that'll do fine. Extend the road out this way. Bam. Get everything connected up. How is our workforce? We have 0 unemployment, 0 open jobs. We've got a perfect balance right now, but certainly we want to encourage people to move here. So we're not producing any food, but we're consuming some. Oh, it's people from their own house. But we've got a corn plantation. Month production, local food production. I'm assuming this is turned on right now. People can eat that. But I think what we're going to want to do is get... Actually, hang on. We're going to build a fishing wharf. So people can get a little bit of fish in their diet. Mix it up a little. Get some protein going on. Like so. And you know what? Maybe we'll build a ranch. And we'll have cattle. Somewhere over here near the mines and the farms. We could actually have another lumber mill. Put that there. I know, I'm going crazy. Yeah, another logging camp is what I meant. Somewhere like that. We'll need some more people in the city, but I think we'll get them relatively soon. That's going to be fine. Spent some money, but mostly it should be things that will improve my economy. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit more
We have
again.
an opportunity to influence the outcome of coming elections. Strictly speaking, this is not considered exactly legal, but I guarantee that no one will find out.
And people will find out, but we can win without cheating. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. What could possibly go wrong? My people love me. I am El Presidente. I wouldn't be El Presidente if people didn't love me. Let's extend this road this way. Extend this one straight. Oh, make this a little longer, just so that it gets a nice T-juncture. There we go. Bit of a gap of space here, but we can fit in some thin houses.
Let me be the first to congratulate you, Presidente.
28 Tropicans have given the correct answer and voted for you. Only 16 Tropicans have failed the elections by giving the wrong answer and voting for your opponent. Now, the other thing we've got to remember, it's only rich Tropicans that are voting for us. So as long as we can keep the rich Tropicans happy, everything will be awesome. We could also amend our constitution if we wanted to. It's almost time. But at some point, we'll also be able to unlock the new constitution options. We might want to get a library going. No, I'm going to save up my money. You know what? I do have cotton, right? Yes, and this one's almost built. I think it's not too early. We'll go slightly into debt, and that's fine. We're going to put down our textile mill right now. Boom. It'll also complete a quest for us. It'll give us some more...
Mr. President,
Oh, it'll give us the steel mill technology. That's right. But it'll also give us more money. More of a markup for our cotton. Oh, right away, we sold 10,000 bucks in goods, so we're not even in the negatives. Look at that. Look at me managing my economy for the first time ever. Who are you, and what have you done with the real Quill 18? Just wait. We'll still have plenty of opportunity to go into massive, massive debt. Certainly there's enough shacks around, so that's pretty standard operation. Lots of families staying in there. We do need some more tenements. Actually, I think it'll be safe to go ahead and build more tenements then. Housing quality drops over time. Housing quality increases for each nearby house. And self-feeding people. You know what? Maybe we'll go with houses. They're twice as much, but I like the fact that the housing quality increases. We're going to have to make sure we've got enough actual farms. So we're going to want to pack these in relatively tight so that they help each other. They don't need any road access or anything, so we'll just do something. Well, we've already gone pretty far into the negative, so let's stop there. But yeah, we'll get a bit of a block there. Well, we still need to build a mission, though, because the religious people will be kind of cranky. All right. Cotton plantation is cottoning. So we'll probably get the first load of cotton that's just, yeah, going to sit at the dock, which will be a little bit unfortunate because it's not going to be converted into clothing, but that's going to be fine. There's no upgrades available for houses. Oh, there are. Modernized to house. Oh! Oh! And you can modernize all. That's actually very handy. Is there anything I can do for tenements? I can electrify them. And that's it. We might have to bulldoze these tenements later. I don't know what. Do we need to get a library going on? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that started. Actually, hold on. Let's build a Catholic mission first. Let's get it tucked in right here. Otherwise, the religious people are going to lynch me. We've got enough money left over to... I've got the clinic. We could also have built an actual church, which actually may have been a better idea. Now, do these do research? Generates research points. Doesn't say that about the others. Observatory also generates research points. Effectiveness is improved if placed in higher terrain. Well, let's just go for a library. I think this is a fine place for it. Cash flow is increased.
My books
Oh, from
on
completing the
psychology
industry
say
quest.
I should offer you a reward, so you'll start making smarter choices more often.
Well, I don't need to be importing iron or coal. Because I've got plenty on the island. So you know what? Just give me 5,000 bucks in my Swiss bank account. It's fine. No one's going to find out. We definitely need to get the high school going soon, though. Because importing more workers is not going to work forever. And I still want to build a steel mill. Especially once I get the coal hooked up. And that's going to need even more high school educated workers. So yeah, we'll try to get that going as soon as the next maybe load of cargo goes by. Some food being consumed locally. Some food being consumed locally. Not a whole lot. Did I ever build that grocery? Yeah, right over here. Axis sent me lots of money. The Axis love me. That's Great. That's exactly what I want to hear. Get me a high school going on. Yeah, tuck it in there. And then clearly we need some more houses as well. We've got a little bit of cash left over. I didn't build it the right way around. Oh, it's not going to match its neighbors. Hang on. I can still cancel. It's not too late. Turn around. There we go. And I can go slightly into debt. Drop another one in there. That'll be fine. Lots of construction going on. I mean, I do tend to do that, and I could build another construction office, but really I just have to pace myself a little bit more is more likely. You need high school educated, which we're not going to have a lot of, but I'm probably going to have to import a lot of workers for the high school specifically. Let's make it a high priority building, try to get it done a little bit faster, and then I'll import as many workers as I need to sort of max out the high school, because then other people will become educated a little bit more organically. More citizens coming in, some of which are apparently educated, because my textile mill is filling a little bit more. We got our cotton going there. Got the output. What kind of upgrades can we do here? Acrylic dyes. Effectiveness is increased by 30, but the textile mill produces 50% more pollution. Well, who cares about pollution? And workshop expansion. Oh! More workers, more effectiveness. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Excuse me. So normally the effectiveness is 100 if it's fully staffed, which it's not right now, which is why it's got the penalty. So it needs, what is this, like 12 workers? So for 50% more workers, it'll have 50% extra effectiveness. Okay, so it's just like almost kind of sort of building another one. What is it whining about? Does it not have any stuff? No, it's got stuff. What is that symbol? Some production cycles are not producing. Oh, does it want both for like maximum production? Because it does have output. I think it wants wool for maximum everything. Oh, here we go.
Has the price of steel rising steadily.
Steel to make capitalists happy,
It's
or...
a great time to be a diplomat. Everyone is
Oh, I don't think it's an
running
or. I
left
think I
and
can take
right
both.
trying to get allies for the Great War. Banquets and lavish gifts are becoming part of my daily routine.
Well, let's make sure. We're going to take the one for the steel
The
mill.
war has the
There we go. We'll take the other one
It's
as well. Cool. Okay. Totally keen on that. I do want to get a ranch going pretty soon. We do have a ranch queued up. I'm going to change this. Instead of food, we're going to go ahead and go for llamas for wool. Oh, it's not as good of a spot. You know what? We'll still build you a cattle one. I wonder if I can import. Let's go to trade. We can import. We have very cheap wool from the Axis here, but oh, we don't have a ship. Let's get another dock. I think that's a thing that we can do. Each dock provides one trade ship. So yeah. There we go. Do that. Road you that way. That'll be fine. I got enough money. I should really start quick building stuff. Let's quick build the ranch because it's cheap. This logging camp because it's cheap. And both of them can produce some money for me. Our high school is there. We've got a full suite of workers. No applicable manager. 15 out of 15 students. Awesome. And interactive education modernization. Well, that'll be much, much later on in the game, clearly. And we do need some more housing. So we will go ahead and build some more actual houses. Like so. Make a little block. What are you, Mr.
A
Quest?
chap on the street told me that salvation is knocking on our door. I thought he was a priest, although it is possible he was simply drunk.
Oh, is that the old father, the old priest from Tropico 4, the one who was always drunk on rum? Build one religious building. You know what? I'm actually in favor of that. I do have the Catholic mission. Visitors is basically maxed out. We're going to build an actual proper church for these folks, too. We've got just enough money to squeeze this bad boy in. Oops. Accidentally right-clicked out of it. I want it that way. There we go. That'll be fine. Get the houses. Oh, man, there's so many construction projects to do. Right, I'm waiting for the docks to finish so that I can get a wool import, because then we can turn the wool into clothes and then sell it back to the world for even more money than before. That seems like a pretty good way to make some cash. Then we don't have to actually worry about setting up any ranches. This plantation never got finished. I'm not going to quick build it. It's halfway done. I really should probably build a second employment office. How is my workforce? Only 2 unemployed and some open jobs already, or still I should probably just pace myself more.
My career as a weatherman is over.
Oh no!
I promised everyone a warm and sunny day. And now we have a tornado on the island.
This is probably going to be really bad. I have a little bit of money left over, luckily, to rebuild some stuff. It's a good thing my palace can never get smashed. Seems to be immune. Yeah, go ahead. Repair. Rebuild. Oh, it's missing the actual farm buildings or plantation buildings, so that's positive.
I am back in the game. I can now
10 citizens killed.
Reigns of cattle, shack, and furniture
Oh,
across
that's
the...
terrible. We only lost 2 buildings, but wow, that's a lot of people dead. And we were already having some problems with not enough employees about. All right, new trade route. So yeah, we got a second ship. And we could export more things for money, but I really do quite like the idea of... Hey! Where did my goodwill import go? Oh. Now I'm actually going to be importing wool at higher than default prices. Crap. Still, the clothes is still worth a lot more, so let's go ahead and do that. It's only going to be for 1,000 units, and then the trade route will end anyway. Did we ever get our research going? Yeah, it's on the way. That never got finished over here. It's being worked on there. We still don't have a maximum workforce in a lot of places. We're not going to quick build a church. You know what? I am going to go and quick buy a second construction office, because it's got to keep pace with us. Quick build. We won't have full workers there yet, but it's still going to be a good idea. We're going to take advantage of it. We're exporting lots of goods. We've got lots of cash. Let's go and issue some edicts. Edicts are fun. We're going to do extra rations will make people happy, and they're not super keen on me right now, so we don't have tons of food, but we'll do it anyway. What else we got? Oops, that's not it. Mardi Gras. Yes. Oh, and we need more entertainment buildings to boost that anyway. Urban development.
Party on, people! It's Fat Tuesday.
That would have been...
By the edict signed by El Presidente.
We're going to do this in a
himself,
second.
If someone gives you a necklace today, you are obliged to show them your pineapples in return.
That's... Yeah, that is hilarious. Yeah, we're going to do the building permit because I'm a big fat jerk. That is a big price increase. But that's a lot of money going to the Swiss bank account, which matters more in this version of the game. Oh, we can build parking lots? I didn't realize that. How many people can drive in this era? Well, we're going to find out. We'll get a parking lot going near the front here. Ooh, we can't quite tuck it in the way I was hoping. How come uneven terrain? Really? Tell you what, we'll build it here then. And one sort of near our residential base. See what we can do with that. Ah, edicts. And yeah, what I want to do is save up a little bit of cash, and we'll go for a big urban development brawl, or sprawl, spree, because we do need a lot more housing. So I'll drop that down. It's $7,000, which will pay itself back after. So it's 1.5K per house. So after 5 million houses somewhere, I don't know. I can't do the math. That might be worth it. I think I'll leave it off for now. And yeah, we'll have to do the industrialization thing maybe at some point. I don't know. I wonder if it's worth expanding to the coal mines right now. We could ship out the coal. And obviously we're going to want it when we start doing steel. All very good ways to make some money. I should probably just stop though right now. We still need to let our existing buildings finish. Right, we're rebuilding the clinic, which is important. We still have to build that church to finish that quest. And what we don't have are any military buildings. And who knows, we might be getting invaded by pirates again, which would be most unpleasant. We've got the fort, so colonial infantry, you know, barracks maybe, proper infantry. It's probably worth getting that down right now, actually. even though it's going to put us into the negatives. Near the beach, and we'll sort of try to tuck it in here by the hill, because not all kinds of buildings will be able to be jammed into that spot. So there we go. 20 more citizens, which is great. What's my employment status looking like? Still lots of open jobs. Still a lot of unhappy people. What are they mostly unhappy about? Healthcare. I have a clinic, but oh right, it got destroyed. Entertainment is poor. Right, I still need to build a restaurant. I've got some cash right now. I think the restaurant is relatively cheap. Yeah, it is. So I can quick build it, which is good because we still have a massive problem with just like not enough construction workers. We'll do that. I think what I'm going to do is actually build another tavern near the housing over here. You can see the areas where I think the entertainment value is lower, so we'll see if we can't pump it up a little bit. There you go. Lots of ships coming in and out. Not a very pretty area, but that's all right. We've got wool. We've got cotton. Oh, we actually may have just gotten some cotton, or some wool or something like that. How much we've got sitting around? We've got a lot of stuff in our queue, don't we? Whoops. Tons. So we're going to go ahead and grab the acrylic dyes to increase the effectiveness. Who cares about pollution? And we might do the workshop expansion soon. Maybe not quite yet. Hey, more
Your
quests!
family's rather rollicking love life has led to an unexpected pregnancy.
Oh yeah, I want a new heir. I'm already building a church. Or did it just finish? I think it just finished because the quest isn't there anymore. Sure, we'll get another church going on. Quickie Weddings is where it's at.
Well, hello there, old pal. America is all gloomy and doomy at the moment. I can't have that. If there's one thing I can't abide, it's mopery.
Right. Men, have your men send a fruit basket to every American man, woman, and child. I will accept. First, we will have to queue up another church. This is going to cost us some money. We're going to be expanding over here to these coal mines and stuff, though. So we're going to get a church out in this area over here for another potential residential area. Probably would be a good idea. Increase the number of people who use cars and the job quality of all workplaces in the area based on effectiveness. So, I don't know. We'll build a parking garage over here. The mechanics definitely do seem to have changed with exactly how the parking garages work, so we're going to have to figure out exactly how they work a little bit later on. But yeah, the church, we need to make sure it gets built. Let's go high priority. So we finish this quest because it is timed. We only have 9 months to go. And then what we have to take a look at is, how do we get some fruit? Is it a plantation? Well, it's pineapple. And bananas. Okay, so we've got a couple of different fruit options. Both seem to be about the same degree of effectiveness in this area here. So we'll probably just grab a pair of those. Well, just one may be enough, actually. It'll take longer to complete the quest, but that's okay. Axis sent me some money. Hooray. Let's actually check our relationships with all these guys. Politics. Axis are neutral. No invasion threat. Or sorry, the allies are neutral. No invasion threat. The Axis are warm. Excellent. They are pissed that we increased the price of our exports, but it's worked out pretty well for us, so I'm not too miserable about it. Do we have unemployed people? No. Way too many open jobs. Okay. We have a quest for an embassy, don't we? Invite foreign power. Let's go and get that down. Oh yeah, and additional trade offers. Yeah, we really do want that. Where can I build this? Must be placed in water. Okay, so here works. Oh, it's insta-built. Alright. But I don't have any ships available, regardless. So I could build some more docks, but we're going to leave it as is. I was just curious. Church. Church is being rushed. That's good. Right, the embassy. Category is that under? Oh, here it is. We need the white flag technology. Okay, we do have a library, right? Yes, we only have one person there, which is too bad. People still being educated there. The library needs, college educated.
As the heir was born, all animals became quiet. A light
I
shone
love
through
this.
the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib and bowed to the infant. At least, that is what we will write in the history books.
$100 a year is not that much. I do like the idea of graduating 10% faster, though. Although the Swiss bank account gain is also quite good. Right now, we're going to take the mentor. We're going to... Can we randomize you? Can't even change... No. No. Yes. Okay. I say we can't even change gender or anything like that. Okay, great. Rico, you are going to go to the high school. There we go. We also have a union leader. We have a lot of them already. Oh, maybe this mine. There we are. Union leader. Increase job quality. Awesome. I like that kind of manager feature. Probably not using it right, but it's feeling pretty cool right now. We've got a bunch more citizens, which is fantastic because we have a lot of jobs for them. Got our church going on with our high school educated workers. And that completed another quest. Right, of course it did. That was our heir. And we have a lot of money, so... Oh, right. Damn it, the technology. How is the research coming? 14 months still. All right, well, the one library that's not full of people is definitely going slow.
I cannot believe what just...
What? Did we have any warning about the rebel attack? First of all, where are they? Oh, over here. Oh, there's a big number of them. They're attacking there. Hang on a sec. Where do we get numbers about rebels? Known rebels 0 right now. Maybe that wasn't the case a little while ago. That's 2 stacks of rebels. I think we might lose the mine here. Now, we do have 2 armies. That is pretty good. I wonder if it's too late for us to put in some sort of edict for military drill. Oh, we need 3 buildings for that. Oh, that's a shame. I think they'll be okay. The rebels, yeah, they only have 4,200 hit points in the entire stack, which is like half. Well, not quite half. Why is this one damaged? Attack 51, attack 42, attack 60. So they have a lot of attack rating, although there's only 6 in a stack too. That's probably why they have lower base hit points actually in hindsight. So hopefully we'll save the mine. Nope, we'll have to rebuild the mine. Oh, that's too bad. 3,000 bucks to queue up the rebuild. Oh, and the rebels just left, I think, after they got their objective. So we're gonna go ahead. Damn rebels. And we are gonna get some guard towers. I'm going to get one next to this mine. Another one here in the middle of the docks. And I'm going to drop one here and here, near the palace. Might be overkill. Rebels overpowered our defenses. Look at that. That's terrible. Probably lost anything that was in the output queue, actually, which is very miserable. Lots of students. 14 out of 15. We've got 15 graduates. Good. The school's doing a very good job. Feeling pretty confident about that. We've got a lot of shacks going around. Oh, that was it. Oh, I spent all my money. Right, probably on defensive buildings. I had like 20k for a while there. I still need to do the big housing boom, so I gotta not get distracted. Not get distracted, just wait for some money to come in and get that going. We're still capped out on our trade routes. We are. Good. Getting a little bit of money from our boats there. And high school educated people for the guard tower. Mostly just keep needing more and more people. Hey, can we upgrade the clinic in any way? Hospital wing, more visitors, because right now it is capped. Okay, that's good to know. Obstetrics wing. So we can have up to 5 clinics, all increasing our birth rates, which is pretty good. But first things first, let's go ahead and go back to normal time. We are going to enact the Edict of Urban Development, 50% cheaper residential buildings for 50 years. And we are going to go on a house building spree. Actual houses. So let's fill in this area over here. There we are. And they should increase effectiveness with things. Plus 20% for the housing complex. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens when they finish, but they do seem to be getting pretty decent housing quality. Maybe it caps at 20, actually. It's entirely possible. Just so you can't keep going to the sky. But it's nice that they, like, encourage you to group up the houses. Because in, previous versions of Tropico, you just sort of stick a house anywhere that kind of vaguely made sense, like where you wanted workers. But now you really want to clump them together. 61, 59.
Presidente.
What do you want?
You are
Best
the
leader, of
best
course I am.
leader anyone could wish for. With you in charge, all our dreams are fulfilled.
Increase crime safety. Oh, we never got around to building that police station. We have a very old quest that we should really take care of that. Oh, my pineapple plantation. No one's allowed to eat this. We're only exporting this stuff to finish the quest. Please and thank you. Okay. So if we increase the budget of these houses...
Presidente.
What?
I hereby with to require you on the habeas cojones to execute a writ
Habeas
with the
cojones.
convention decreeing a Perez to one penultimo, hereby referred to as the penultimate party. Should you fail to comply, you shall thereby to be denounced as a tortfeasor, and the Tropican people shall be taught the language of legalese.
All right, so we've unlocked some new constitution options. And I'm actually going to take this opportunity before we go and make these tweaks to put a quick cut in this video. We'll be back next time. See you soon, folks. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Did you know I read every single comment someone leaves on my video? That's insane. Why would I do that? I don't know, but I'll read yours.